swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Michigan's offense will come out first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool.
Turning it on! They bring him down, and the big play will move the sticks. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Tate. It's complete on the right side. Across the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the shotgun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. They've been running it, but now the pass. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So Oregon's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The play-action fake. Finds his man. It's Peters. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Powers through the defender. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Lets it fly deep downfield. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good right down the boulevard. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Tate. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Completes it in the middle. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He gets... chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Tate. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay. And how nice is it, David, on third down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, there he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Wolverines have it with a first and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal and understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate the chicken wings.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. They're testing the right side here. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Single back formation, and they give it to him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Tate. Makes the grab on the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have bounce. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Verrier.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before he picked up the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Big noise in the big house with his huge 3rd down play. Looking deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard. 3rd in California.
He's got it along the sideline. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. To the air, it's Tate. Got it in the middle, it's Griffin. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Trying to barrel in. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Off-play action on first down. It's complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I love fullbacks that can catch the football. These guys aren't just blockers. They're not just smash-mouth players. But these guys, they've got some finesse to their game and some soft hands to go with it.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Tate. Fires to the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. There he goes. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the outside. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Tate. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Wolverines line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They want to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Verrier. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field.
Touchdown, Wolverine! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw it to them, and they make big plays for them.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Clements. A huge play, and they get it. Way to the 45-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The screen, he's got wheels. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker...
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give to the lone running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the day.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Tate. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Another incompletion on third down.
Fourth down coming up.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground. Wait.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got...
Breaks into the open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's got him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Reads it, fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
They'll move the tight end. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Here we go. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. To the air, it's Tate. He rifles one deep to the left. Pulls in the deep ball. Turning on the Jets. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. He's got it on the move. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They'll send the back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Caught in the backfield. It's Coffee. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And a great job by the defense seeing the ball come out, rallying to the football, understanding that thing went wide. I'm going to go get it right now. Great job, D.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Oregon, 10.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beat.
He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of them today.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Peters. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. And let's see what they do on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like Everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement.